All right. So, hi guys, I'm Kathy Reuter, and welcome to Team Forever Strong's Coach Basics call. It is the first week. It is April 4th. So, thank you guys for being here, and welcome to the team. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to briefly introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I know there's a couple new people on here, and people will be listening to the replay. But in a nutshell, I've been coaching now for almost 3 years. It'll be my 3-year mark on June 26th. And I have 2 little kids at home. Landon's 4, Kirsten is 3 years old. This is my full-time career right now. Before I got into Beachbody, I was a teacher. I was an elementary school teacher for 8 years. I had my master's degree in special education, and I handed in the paperwork and became a stay-at-home mom, once I had Landon like 4.5 years ago. And then, to make a long story short, I was going to have to go back and leave my kids. I was going to have to go back into my teaching job because things were really tight financially wise for us. And timing is everything, guys. It really is. And if you're willing to kind of take that leap of faith like you all did, you just never know how it might change your life. And so, even though I was skeptical at first with this whole coaching thing, I took that chance and I became a coach, and I was in a desperate situation. Obviously, I didn't want to have to leave the kids. So in my mind, when I became a coach, guys, there was no plan B. I wasn't in this to kind of dabble and see what happened and test the waters. I was all in and treated this like a business. And now, because of that, and just because of, being consistent with this and showing up every day and believing in what this business can do and how it can change your life, I've been able to continue staying home with the kids. And, before I got into this, we were in a really, really bad financial place. I had racked up $35,000 of credit card debt, living off of one income. We had completely depleted our entire savings account, and we were going negative $1,000 every single month. And this opportunity has changed all of that for our family, and it's been one of the biggest blessings now. We actually just sold our house. I actually just moved out 2 days ago. I'm actually in my parents' basement right now as I am on the search for a new house down in Florida, which we've always wanted to be someplace warm where the sun is out and the palm trees are. So we were heading out there in actually next week to look for our house for our family. So you guys are literally like right in front of this incredible opportunity, and it can be whatever you want it to be, guys. That is the beauty about this. You are joining one of the top teams in the network, which, I'm proud to say last year, Team Forever Strong was a top 50 team out of close to 500,000 teams. We are a 2-time elite team, 10-star diamond team. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. I don't think I did, but you'll learn about what all that stuff means. But anyways, guys, you're in great hands. You have an awesome support system. Your coaches are amazing. The team is amazing. Endless support, guys. And that's what's awesome about this, is that even though this is your own business, you don't have to do this alone. You have so many different people and, so many resources to truly have success with this. So with that being said, I just wanted to welcome you guys here. And we all come into this for different reasons. And some of us are here for this to be just, a hobby, and that's fine. Some of us are here because they want to turn this into their full-time career. Some of us just want to, get a little bit of extra spending money to take their family away on vacations or to put towards bills in the house. There's no right or wrong answer. The underlying thing that we all have in common, guys, is that we're here looking and working on self-improvement, and we like to help people, and we want to make a difference, and we want to be a part of something fulfilling and rewarding, and really know that we're making a difference every single day. And that is what coaching is all about. So the very first thing, you're a brand new coach now. You're probably super overwhelmed. That is completely normal. You will feel much more comfortable, guys, as time goes on. So trust me, when you are learning something new, it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to feel a little overwhelmed or a lot overwhelmed. And it is something that every coach on this team has felt. It goes away. The best thing that you can do is to just take action, right? So with this business, guys, the best piece of advice that I can give you is to just get your feet wet and go. because this isn't the type of business where you can just kind of sit behind the scenes and try to learn everything and then take action. You have to just learn as you go. And as you go, things will come up, questions will come up, and will help you. And even guys, with myself, even almost 3 years later into coaching, I'm still learning and still growing. So it's an ongoing learning process, guys, with this business. So with that being said, this is your own business. And I'm really, really, really into the whole, thinking like an entrepreneur, acting like an entrepreneur, treating this like a legit business. That's like my jam, that and belief. And I really want you to get a good grip around the fact that this is your own business. And I know it can be really difficult at first when you come into this, especially if you are used to working for somebody else full time. A lot of us might have that employee mentality where, you just kind of show up, you go through the motions, right? It's really not that fun. And, your boss tells you or your supervisor tells you what you need to do, when you need to have it done by, when you need to hand it in by, and you just kind of do it because it's your job and you don't want to get fired and you want to collect a paycheck. With this business, you have got to get rid of that whole employee mentality and start thinking like a CEO. Every single person on this call right now, and even if you listen to it later on, owns their own business. It's your own business. And so whatever does or doesn't happen as an entrepreneur all falls back on you. And we're here to help you every single step of the way and make it as easy as possible. But you have to be willing to just take action, be a self-starter, be resourceful, take advantage of the Coach Online Office, take advantage of this training that you guys are in, like really dive into it and be engaged in it, apply what you're learning, ask questions. I always get nervous when I sign up coaches and I never hear from them again. They have no questions for me. Ask questions, because I know myself personally, when I first signed up, I had hundreds of questions. So I always get a little worried when I don't hear questions from people, because I know that there's going to be so many questions that you should be asking. So always post in the team page, guys. Ask any questions you have. That way we can answer them in the team page, because there's so many new coaches there. We can address it and everybody can learn from it. So just be resourceful. Really start to wrap your brain around the fact that, oh my God, this is awesome. This is my own business. And I know I had a hard time with that, because there was no ounce of entrepreneurism or whatever inside of me at all when I became a coach. I mean, I was just, first grade school teacher, completely disorganized, just la-di-di, going with the flow. And it was my husband that had the, MBA in entrepreneurship and was running 5 businesses. I never, ever, ever thought that I would be running my own business that would be this successful. But what's cool about it, guys, is that this allows you to really have full control over the entire course of your life. You can literally change every single thing about your life with this opportunity. Like, if you're not happy with where you are right now, this can be the platform that gets you there, to get you out of whatever you're in right now, whether it's financial struggle. Maybe you're not doing something that's fulfilling. Maybe you hate your job, you can't stand it. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family. Maybe you just are sick and tired of always playing catch up with the bills and never having any extra spending money. Maybe, you just want to be around people who are positive and uplifting. That is exactly what this all is. So with that being said, you guys should have all have received a getting started right email. Now, the first thing that you'll want to do, and if you were one of my personally sponsored coaches, when I sent you this getting started right email, I also attached in there my very first post that I made, kind of like my coming out of the closet Beachbody post, announcing to the world that I was a Beachbody coach now. I'm starting out on this new journey. I'm looking to help other people, and I'm looking to transform my life and on all that jazz. And I attached it in that email so that you guys can use it as a template so that you can create your own. So you're going to want to make sure that you can either, I can send you mine if you need it, check in with your upline coach, and we can get yours drafted up. I always recommend just kind of sending it over to your upline coach first before you post it on social media, just so that way we can give you some feedback, let you know if there's anything maybe you should tweak a little bit. You want to make sure that that first post has a lot of white spaces in it, so it's easy to read. You have a nice, clear, eye-catching image to go with it. And that's that. That is going to be your very first thing you're going to do. So it's called launching your business. So now people know. And from the second that you do this, guys, people are watching your every move, because now you've just let everybody know that you started on this new venture, and that you have this new business going as a health and fitness coach. And people are watching now you like a hawk to see if you're serious about this, or if you're going to kind of, this is just another one of those things that she's trying, and then she's going to, lose track and quit within like a week or two, right? So you're going to make that post. You're going to let everybody know, because people aren't going to know that you're owning your own business and that you're a health and fitness coach unless you tell them. And then from that moment going forward, your job as a coach is to add value every single day on social media. So this is really important. So adding value, it can be anything, guys. This is a super important piece here. We want to stay away from anything that's salesy, that makes you look like a salesperson. We want to focus more on, how can I make a difference in somebody's life? How can I just impact even just one person today? How can I make their life better with the post I'm going to make? We want to focus on sharing little bits of your journey, like breadcrumbing little bits and pieces of your journey and your story every day, so that people can learn about you, learn about what you're going through, get inspired, and get motivated. So we want to stay away from going to the Beachbody website and uploading like Shakeology posters, okay? We want to stay away from going to the website and finding Autumn Calabrese and like uploading a big picture of her on there with the DVDs and saying it's on sale and all access pass, It could be anything, guys. You could find, this is what I recommend. I recommend that you find a quote. You can find quotes on Pinterest, for example, something that speaks to you. You can save it and then upload it. So you want to stay away from like sharing other people's things. Do you know what I mean? Like, how sometimes if you look at people's walls, it's like, oh, this person shared this and shared this. You want to make it your own. You want to personalize everything as much as possible. So even putting a quote on a picture of yourself, or a picture of a workout that you did, whatever. But quotes are great. People love quotes. You don't have to go into some humongous story, but just something that speaks to you. You can put a quote up. You could share, and you should be sharing, something every single day about your workout program that you are in right now. So it could be anything, guys. It could be a recipe that you did. It could be a workout that you did, talking about, the challenges, what's going great for you, what you're looking to achieve. Be just as real and authentic as possible, because at the end of the day, guys, people are not buying Shakeology. They're not buying the All Access Pass. They're not buying Beachbody. They're buying you. So the more real that you can get, the more that you can just be you. This is actually the only business in the world where you can actually be you. And really, really make a difference, is just by being you. If you do that, people will be drawn to you. When people sign up, they're signing up because you have something that they want. Like, you have something that's appealing to them that they want to be a part of. They're actually buying you, not any of the products, because they can just look online, or they can, Google it themselves and find out all about Shakeology. So if you are sharing bits and pieces of your journey, for example, if you're doing the 21-day fix, again, make it your own. Don't use any of the pictures from Beachbody. Use like the containers, put them with your own food. Take a picture of yourself with the containers. Share a recipe that's adding value. It's free. You can give people a really nice, easy, quick, simple, healthy recipe. If you're going to do a picture of like Shakeology, I always recommend, and I didn't do this at the beginning either when I became a coach, and it was really annoying to people, but I always took pictures of like myself with like the Shakeology cup, that comes within the package. If you haven't got it yet, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it says like Shakeology right on it. And I used to always just hold it up and take a picture. We all make that mistake. I'm here to tell you, don't do that. Turn the cup around so that you can't see Shakeology. I know, it's just, oh man, because people just get annoyed. Like, we all know those annoying people that it's just like, they're like shoving product down your throat. Like, we don't want to do that. We want to try to draw people and attract people to it. So turn the cup around so people can't actually see what it says. pour it into another glass so people can't see and they don't know what you're drinking. When you're talking about it, don't refer to it as Shakeology. Talk about it and refer to it as your superfoods or your superfood shake. You want to be posting things that will intrigue people to come to you and ask you questions. So if you're posting with like Shakeology all over the place and 21 Day Fix, no one needs to ever come to you with any kinds of questions because you're advertising for it right there. And they can just be like, oh, 21 Day Fix, let me just look that up. And then they're going to go to the website and they're going to buy the 21 Day Fix and get assigned a random coach, and it won't be you and you won't get commission, and it's just going to be pain in the butt. Same thing with Shakeology. They're going to Google Shakeology and they're going to order Shakeology through wherever. Whereas if you turn it around and you're not showing that it says Shakeology, people will come to you and be like, hey, what is that shake that you're always drinking every day? It looks so good. Is it really healthy for you? Like, it doesn't even look like it. How could that possibly be healthy for you? It's chocolate. And you always look so happy. Tell me about it. And then you can talk about it and talk about what it's doing for you. People want to hear about what the programs and products are doing for you. They want to see the changes in you and how it's making you feel, from before you started until as you're using it and after. So I hope that makes sense so far. So the two most important things, guys, that you can do as brand new coaches is, number one, make sure that you know what your health and fitness goals are and that you've decided on a program and that you are in a support and accountability group or a challenge group, whatever it is that your upline coach refers to it as. You want to be in that group. All in, guys. Like, I'm talking, this is, if you're a brand new coach now, this is your first try with Shakeology and a workout program and being in a challenge group. You want to commit like 150% because nothing will speak louder than when you get results. And you want to be sharing this along the way. So just commit to it, decide when your start date's going to be in the challenge group, be plugging in there, drink your shake every day, follow the nutrition plan, press play, if you can, as long as your doctor allows it. Some people have, injuries and things like that. They can't do that piece, but follow it so you have results to share, because you have to love this, guys, to do well at this. Like, you have to love this and you have to believe in the programs and the products. And so the coaches who kind of come in and they, sometimes drink their shake and then they occasionally press play, they never really get any real results. They never really feel the full effects of how this can help them and change their life. And so they're not really like a firm believer in it, and they're not excited about it because they're not really seeing results because they haven't really committed. So if you commit to it, you're going to love it. Like, trust me, guys, after 5 to 7 days of drinking Shakeology, you won't be able to live without it. Some days I have like 2 because I'm obsessed and I've been drinking the same exact recipe now for almost 3 years. It's a major obsession. That's the point that you want to get to, right? So get those results and be plugged into the challenge group. The next big piece is to really take this Coach Basics seriously. So, we have some people on here now, and, as the weeks go by, there's only 3 calls. It'll dwindle down as time goes on, right? Don't be one of those people, right? Just be the person who's, this is my business. I have to show up. Like, if you took out a loan, guys, and you were running your own coffee shop down the street, you would not show up every day. You wouldn't wake up wake up one day and be like, I don't feel like going in today. I think I'm just going to leave the closed sign on the door, or I'm just not feeling it. You would be there every single day. All right. So pretend that you took out like a $500,000 loan right now and that this is your business, because this business, guys, can literally reward you in way more than that. So even though it was that small investment, when you really look at it, that can turn around into be so much more if you really treat it like the business. So go in, plug into this Coach Basics training, tag your coach, your upline coach, as you complete each day. It's only 3 weeks from Monday through Friday. And at the very end of it, don't forget this piece, but at the end, when you complete it, print out the certificate, take a picture with it, and post it in the Coach Basics group, because I will be sending you guys a prize for doing that. So I've been doing this now for almost 3 years, and I'm telling you guys, the people who go through this training and actually complete it go on to build successful businesses. The ones who don't, nothing ever happens, right? So I never candy coat things for anybody, guys. Like I will be always upfront and honest with you. You know, if you decide to become a coach and you don't do anything, you know, nothing's going to happen. But if you take our advice and you listen to us, because we want you to have success too, and you do it, you're going to build a business and it's going to be awesome and you're going to love it. You are going to love it. Trust me. Jessie's shaking her head. She's like, yeah, that's right. So those are the two biggest pieces are right there. Committing to the workout program, making sure that you're taking this Coach Basics seriously and that you're in it. Who cares, guys? Even if, you know what, there's a lot of times people won't comment on the post in Coach Basics because everybody else is sitting there waiting for somebody else to respond. No, you guys, you got to step right up. Be the first one. Be the leader. And then other people will follow you. Don't wait for other people. Just do it. Go ahead and do it even if nobody else hasn't done it. You be the one to do it first. Okay? Let me see here. All right. I want to make sure. So, like I mentioned earlier, decide, you know, right now, and it can change over time, but it's totally okay if it does. Decide right now if you want this to be, you know, a hobby or, you know, a full-on, you want to turn this thing into a 6-figure income earning business too, guys, over time. However you treat this is how it will reward you. So if you treat this more like a hobby, it's going to reward you in hobby ways. But if you treat this like a business, it will reward you in business ways. And like I said, there's no right or wrong reason for being here. You just have to do what works best for you. You know, if you totally love your job and you want to work at that job until you're 65 years old, you're totally content doing that, that's awesome. Like you found your passion, right? Most people don't have that. But if you really are not feeling it and you're sick of working for somebody else and you just feel like something's missing and, you know, you're just sick and tired of living life like that, well, this is it, baby. This will change it all. Okay? Let me see here now. Your first month, guys, this is what I always recommend to new coaches is you want to try to find 3 people who want to be in the next challenge group with you, right? So it's always better when you can do this with other people. So I always say, you know, your goal your first month is to try to find 3 people who also want to get started on their health and fitness journey. And then you can sign them up too for a challenge pack. And the All Access Challenge Pack, guys, which is I think what probably everybody got, was actually just reduced down to $160. It's a ridiculous deal. Just so you know, this is what you get. You get an entire month supply of Shakeology. You get the portion control containers to measure your food in. You get the shaker cup. You have access to the brand new cooking show, access to every single nutritional guide ever created, instant access to every single workout program ever released on top of the 3 brand new ones that are going to be coming out this year. And it's for an entire year. So $160. And that is like seriously so ridiculously cheap, guys. Like that's like unheard of. And usually if people just want to go and buy Shakeology, it comes to just under $150 just for that. So for $160, people get all of that. And we always want to promote that because if people really want to get healthier and want to get the best results, they need both pieces. They need the nutrition and they need the fitness component piece. All right. So your goal is to try to find 3 people to get started on their health and fitness journey so they can do this with you. And when you guys seriously start, when you get that first person signed up and then that person is in the challenge group and starts loving what they're doing and they start, you know, getting awesome results and they start messaging you and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, I love this so much. Thank you so much for telling me about this. I can't believe it. I fit back into my pre-pregnancy jeans. This is amazing. I thought I was never going to be able to wear them again. It's all because of you. I wish I had done this sooner. You're going to be like, yes, this is it. Like I am making a difference every day. And I'm telling you right now, that is going to give you a massive adrenaline rush. And on top of when you start doing it and you start feeling better, I'm telling you, like everybody that comes in contact with you, you're going to want to tell them about this because you know that this is going to change their life. You know, it's doing things the right way. There's no quick fixes here with any of this stuff. There's no patch. There's no pill. There's no freaking tea. It's a workout program with, there's
no wrap.
Right.
What the hell is that?
There's no wrap. There's no There's
Wear a
no,
torch, look thinner. That'll
yeah,
work.
exactly. Like there's none of that garbage, guys. It is the right way, getting people results the right way. So be proud of that when you are talking to people, you know, that we are helping people get healthier by doing it the right way with proper nutrition and a simple workout that you can do right from home and support from you. So don't ever leave that part out. Like that's a key piece. They have you and the support from the challenge group, you know, and I'm telling you, you guys will be on like cloud nine as you start helping people, because you'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm making a difference. Like this really, really does change lives. And you'll be seeing people lose weight and getting healthier and, you know, gaining confidence and really transforming their lives from the inside out. It's crazy how much people change. It's really, really awesome. That's the best thing I think about this, is the personal self growth that you go through and you see other people go through when you're in this journey. Let me see. I think I have a message here coming in here. All right, yeah, go right ahead. I'm pretty much almost done anyways. I have like 2 minutes, but thanks for hopping on. So guys, this is it. And we have different, you know, scripts and different, I call them scripts. I say that very loosely. They're not really scripts. It's basically just ways to start conversations with people to invite them along. But ask your upline coach. You know, we will share what we use, what works for us. I really like to help people go through the whole conversation together. So, you know, if you're kind of stuck, post in the page in Coach Basics and just say, hey, listen, this is the response I got when I invited this person and asked them if they were interested. How would you respond? And I can answer it there for you. You can do the same thing in the team page too. Whatever works. We're here to help you guys have success. You know, just remember, guys, if like you really, really want something to change in your life, if you want something to change, there's got to be something that you are willing to change personally. Otherwise, things will just remain the same forever, right? So think about what little piece here can you tweak a little bit in your life to work on that self-improvement. Does anybody have any questions for me? I like to try to keep these calls to like 30 minutes just because I know we have the team calls on Thursday night, which, by the way, we do have our team calls every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Thursday night, we have an awesome guest speaker. You will definitely not want to miss that call. Bring your notebook for that one. It's going to be really inspiring and really motivating. And honestly, guys, like I remember for myself personally, I still to this day have never missed a call. Almost 3 years. I would be away on vacation. I would be on date night with my husband, and we would sit down on a bench and we would listen to my upline coach's team call. This is before like Team Forever Strong blew up and got huge. But I never, ever missed a call because I wanted to soak up every piece of information that I possibly could, so that I could learn more and just become better. And, you know, hearing these people like on our call on this upcoming Thursday, the guest speaker that we have, it was like literally when I was listening to those other people on the network talk and share their stories, that alone is what inspired me and gave me fuel and really got me to realize that they're no different than you. You know, like if they are doing it, you can do it. You can do it. So, yes, Mila, go ahead and ask a question. Do you know how to unmute? Oh yeah, go
Yes.
ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So I think this is my last one for today. So I was thinking about this yesterday. Okay, if we're we're telling people, hey, I have 3 to 5 spots available in this group that's upcoming. And then when they join it, let's say, you know, right now in Progress Seekers, if they join, there's like 40, 50 people, they won't be kind of like, what do you mean? You said you had 3 to 5 places, and then what are all these people? And I thought this was your group, and now I'm in someone else's group. And like, how do you overcome that?
Jesse, you look like you want to say something. Did you want to chime in? Go ahead.
I'm laughing because I think I may have said the same thing to her too. Almost 3 years ago. I would say that you run them as a big team because you find that they're more fun and that each coach is allowed a certain amount of people.
Yeah.
If they really question it, say, or you could also do this is something that I feel I don't want I shouldn't say it this way. I don't want 60 new people a month. I can't handle that. I can't give people the attention they need and want. If it's because there's some people, I heard there's some chick in the company who hit SC 500 in January.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm sorry, that would make me vomit. Like, what the hell would you do with 250 people? Like, I can't even wrap my head around that. So, you can say that, each coach has a certain amount of slots and that you only like to take X amount of people in because you want to make sure you can give them all the one-on-one attention that they need behind the scenes as well. And which is true because, think about
it. Is true.
30 brand new challengers. It's one thing after a while if you've got like 50, 60 people, but they're not all brand new at the same time. But if they were all brand new at the same time, you'd be like tearing your hair out of your kind of like sitting, like if you don't know if anybody's ever waitressed, but being sat like at 20 tables at once and all of them are 20 people.
Yeah.
All at the same time, because that's what that would feel like. But if you did 5 and then 5 and then 5 and then 5 and it grows, it's much more manageable because you're only just checking in on the rest of those people once a week or a week if you want to. But the new ones, they're usually a hot mess. They need a lot more help.
Yeah. And it's so true. And like, that's why too, like when you say like 3 to 5 too, like in the back of my mind, like when I say that, I'm always thinking too, like, again, like what Jesse said, it is true, but also too, I know that if I say I have 3 to 5 and I focus on getting 3 to 5 people signed up, now I've hit my goal of Success Club that month too. And honestly, it is true. Like there have been months sometimes where I've signed up way too many people and it just gets out of control. It really does. So it's kind of like, it is a marketing, technique, but also it is not like it's lying. I mean, if you did bring on like endless amounts of people, you just wouldn't be able to really help those people get their goals and hit the, goals that they say that they want to achieve. You just wouldn't have the time during the day to give them the attention that they need. And that's like our number one priority, is to make sure that we are getting people to reach their health and fitness goals. So, and I remember too, like what Jesse said, I did used to say, we run them as a team. Like you can just tell them straight up, unless you wanted to do like your own, you know what I mean? On your own, just come right out and, tell them, I'm going to be running it with our team. Our team is doing this group, and I've honestly never had anybody say anything about that to me in the entire 3 years of doing this. Occasionally, if the group has gotten too big, I don't have any of those big groups going on anymore. I got rid of all of them. But occasionally when the group got like way too big, like 200, 300 people for my clean eating groups or whatever, people were like, you know what, this is just getting too much. I want to be a part of a smaller group. And then I would start a smaller one for, a small group of people. But most of the people, they want to be in a group where like people are engaging and actually commenting and posting. I don't know if that helped at all. I mean, you don't need to say, like, if you don't want to say, like, I'm looking, you could just say, oh, I'm looking for 5 people who want to do this with me, instead of saying, I have 3 to 5 spots open, like you could just kind of word it a little bit differently. Like, oh, I'm looking for 3 more people who want to do this with me, that type of thing. Did that help? Oh, good.
And add one more thing. So as you continue to grow, you'll probably do, your upline, or it's Kathy, your upline?
Yep.
Okay. You probably join her groups for a little bit and then get out, because my business really started to like be nice and stable when I was doing my own, even though it wasn't really growing for a little bit, because that was on me, not because of challenge groups. And now that I have working coaches on my team, I'm already seeing them get out of control. Like I'm all day long, I'm at work trying to hide in the bathroom, trying to like check messages because there's so many people in there now. I'm like, oh my God, like I don't know what to do. But if I had never gotten out of her groups, that wouldn't be happening. So, absorb it, do a couple of them, maybe 2, 3, and then boot yourself and throwing them on your own. She won't be mad, I promise.
Trust me, she'll be out booting herself probably way before that. She's like, I'm on it. I'm a go-getter. I'm going. Boom. Yes. Any other questions? No. All right, guys. Well, we are super excited to have you guys here. Every Tuesday night, these will be our calls. There's 3 of them, so there'll be 2 more from 8:30 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, tune in this Thursday if you can, live at 8:30 p.m. for our guest speaker on our Team Forever Strong call. It's going to be phenomenal. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here, and have a great night. Bye, everyone.